Good evening, TDN listeners and viewers. Welcome to this week in interview with your host and guide, Anthony Drago. It's always a pleasure being with you. Tonight, we have a special treat for you. Very young and dynamic artist in the name of Samantha Moon is on tap tonight. She's fresh from the release of her new single, Divine Being. And so tonight we're going to have fun and we're going to learn all about this new up and coming artist and find out the person behind the music. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you took the opportunity with that short break to invite your folks to share the live, share the live with them, invite them to come spend the time with us. This week in interview is live on tdnradio.net, on tdntv.net, on YouTube, TDN Network 1. We are on tdntv.net for those of you who don't do Facebook. And of course, as we started off on radio, we're still on tdnradio.net. So invite someone to listen with us. If tonight is the first time that you join in this week in interview, welcome. I hope that you like what you hear and you decide to become a regular fan of this week in interview. And of course, those of you who join us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you already know how much I appreciate you making this weekend interview part of your weekly schedule. And as I said, I really appreciate this day that I get a lot of suggestions and recommendations of topics of guests who can come on. So I know that you guys are engaged in the program. And also, I get a lot of quite a few artists and authors and small business people who ask to come on. And so tonight is an example of that. My guest tonight is Miss Samantha Moon. Samantha is a young, very talented singer, and she just released her new single, Divine Being. And so she's on with us tonight. We invited her on to make it a little lighter. We've been going a little heavy the last few programs. We had Earth Day, we had Soil Day, we had World Water Day, and so on. We've looked at our consciousness with Dr. Trify, I should say, and so we've taken it deep. And it's not that this music is not deep, because when you listen to the music, it's really soulful, and she has a voice that suits her style very, very much. I don't know if Sam, can we start off with just a little bit of an intro, into Samantha's music, so folks can hear what I hear, why I decided she would be an ideal guest to have on the program tonight. So Sam, if you have, just a question.
Believe in yourself, keep being strong. You know yourself, yeah. No one can tell you. Trust the process, yeah. Make communicating easy. Time to think smarter. Intelligence, yeah. I see all the stars light from afar. Light your golden sun. Shine right where you are. They say follow the leader, don't follow the leader. Make your own history, find your own answer. Life is how you live it, it's how you see it, how you feel it, how you live it, how you breathe it, how you walk it, how to receive it, how you make it. Wake up, make up, get ready to win. You're here to win. The things that you think that you miss won't make you less of a king or a queen. Deep within, divine being. Release yourself, heal yourself.
All right. So that's a little taste of Miss Samantha Moon and her out of a single called Divine Being. Um, yeah, here you go. Uh, welcome, very, very warm welcome to you, Samantha, to this speaking interview. It's such a delight to have you on. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. I
Good
hear
to
it's
be
not your
here.
first time. It's not your first time on TDN. You were actually on Dissect with Novelist.
Actually, no, it's not my first time. I actually had a good interview with on Dissect with Novelists, so that
With
was good.
Novelist.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
meet you.
Those of you who don't know about Dissect, I don't know how you could not know about Dissect, but it's on a Saturday at 7 p.m. on tdntv.net. You can catch Novelist and
Yeah.
Jewel, and they speak to the top artists, up and coming artists, and they bring the talent to you and help you to understand the people behind the music. I think it means more when the artist presented, but you know the artist, and therefore you can understand their motivation. Um, that brings out the art in them. So Samantha, once again, I want to tell you how much of a pleasure it is to have you. You're such a fresh face, such a fresh voice on the
Thank
scene,
you, thank
you
you,
know,
thank
and
you.
I'm excited to have you.
Me
Um,
too. I'm happy to be here. I was really excited about it. I was like, I can't wait to be here. It's gonna be a good interview, and anything that has to do with the island of Dominica, I'm all for it.
you're an island girl, eh? Not
Yes.
just an island girl, be a girl.
Yes, Diego.
Talking about that, let's give the folks a little bit of a background
Mm-hmm.
of you, who you are, what about you, what you know. Just talk about Samantha, the artist, Samantha, the young lady. You know,
Sure. I grew up in Trafalgar, in the village of Trafalgar, and since I've been, living in Trafalgar, all I've ever remember doing was music because I grew up around a family that just love music and do a lot of music. Um, and that's how I grew up, just really growing and inspiring. And I'm still doing this today. And I'm just so happy I get the opportunity to share my story with everyone because it's been a long journey from where I started. And, I did the QTS and all of that, Q95 talent search. So that was good. And I just keep making my way up like that.
so give us a little bit of that. You did the Q95 talent search as a teenager, I guess, because I don't think you look much more than a teenager. Not that I'm trying to guess your age,
No,
but
no, no, it's fine. But I
I'm
mean,
trying to get a little bit of a chronology in your development as an artist.
yes. So that was in 2014, I believe, between
Ooh,
2014 and 15.
you were
Um,
7 years at the time.
just before, just before I moved to the US. So and everything happened so fast. Even me doing some music with Cornell on the Crazy Love Rhythm, where he did all the different artists and stuff like that. So it was a lot of stuff I did in Dominica with the Q95 talents, which I believe it was around 14, 15.
Mhm.
And we had to do this, I believe, for a whole year and keep on having eliminations and stuff like that. And the last thing that happened to me, I remember before I won this competition is
Yeah,
not
you
having.
won the competition.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
um,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Is not having a dress. And I was scrambling all over the place for a dress, and I still end up winning because I just put my all in everything. So I've done really a lot in Dominica. when it comes to music and stuff like that and growing.
So music is part of your DNA, you would say. Music is baked into you.
Definitely.
So you are obviously we just heard your really smooth and soulful voice. Um, do you play an instrument?
Yes, I play the piano and I
Mm,
play the guitar. I play two
okay,
instruments for
okay.
now. For now.
Do you write your own song?
Yes, I do write my own music, my own lyrics too, music too sometimes. Um, and then I
Okay.
have a lot of people that I work with as well to write for me, if I would like that.
Yeah, I was watching one of your Facebook posts.
Hmm.
I heard you harassing Ra for your soul.
I wouldn't say harassing, but
You wouldn't say harass, right?
I would say we've had a lot of conversations where we decided to do something like a Buyo Soul. Um, and obviously he sent me his number so we could do something. So we'll see in the future what's up with that.
I'm so looking forward to that because the concept of your soul is that I would tell you is actually fascinating.
Definitely.
It's going to help to in the evolution
Mm-hmm.
and the development, the evolving of
Yes,
of of,
definitely.
of Buya music.
I believe
Um,
that.
mhm.
And it's
Go
not
ahead.
I really love Booyah music. I know I'm an R&B and soul singer, but the thing is at the end of the day, listening to Booyah so much growing up, there's some part of me that love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a little bit of the hypeness, I guess, of just thinking about enjoying yourself and just dancing around. I guess that's what I love about it. But it has to fit me, I would say. For now, I love a lot of R&B and B and soul music because I listen to a lot of Anita Baker and Sade and these huge singers who've made an impact in my life, you know, when it comes
Those
to
those are
lyrics.
two of my favorite artists. I probably know
No
most of
way.
Anita. I probably know the most of Anita Baker and Sade's songs word for word. I cannot sing, but
Wow.
I know the.
Well, everybody can sing, but not everybody's a singer. So, yeah.
Everybody should sing, right?
Yes, everybody should sing.
Yeah. So those are your inspirations, Sade.
Well, I mean, a lot of
Uh,
artists, it doesn't stop here, but I'm
hmm
just giving you a few that I
hmm
really love and would be able to sit and listen to for hours without getting tired.
No, certainly. I'm going to date myself here. Uh, I came to the U.S. in the '80s to go to
Mm-hmm.
college. At that time, both Anita Baker and Sade were the heights of their career. And so, yeah, I know most of their songs verbatim.
That's nice.
And so if those are your inspirations, I can understand a little better now where your vibe comes from and how
Yeah.
your single is so powerful.
Thank you.
So is this your first single?
No, I released an album in 2018 called Wake Up Now. After I released this album, I did a huge release party in Big Lake, Minnesota,
Mhm.
and it was an all white party. And
Wow.
after that, years later, I started releasing singles. And so this is not my first song. Before this one, the last song I believe I released was Shining. The song was named Shining title.
Shining. Okay.
Hmm.
So on that first album, how many songs were on there?
I did at least 11 songs and I only released 8 of them.
Oh, wow, so you're prolific.
Yes,
You have a whole body of work.
for sure. And
So
I have
so
so much more coming.
Divine Being, is that like your first release in a new album? Is that a standalone project? What was that like?
I would say this is a standalone single. It's a
Hmm.
single and it's fresh. It's actually fresh. I did this back in January. All the work was done, I would say, 5 weeks from the release date or more.
When you
But
say all the work, what do you
the,
mean?
I mean, when it comes to, getting ready for the song to be released online. So I did it back in January, though I wrote it. I was chilling, Yaga and I were chilling. You know Yaga, right?
I don't know. That sounds
Calvin.
like a nickname. Huh? Oh,
Calvin, you know
Calvin. That's what his
Calvin.
name is, Yaga.
That's what we call him Yaga. That's his
Yeah, I know
nickname.
Calvin well. Calvin is from Castle Roots. I know him really well.
Yes. So
Mm.
we were chilling and stuff, and then I was freestyling. And a friend of mine from Africa, he sent me, so actually from Nigeria, he sent me a song. He always sends me beat all the time, but the first beat I clicked on was that beat. And then
Hmm.
as soon as I listened to it, it's tailored for me, and I just know it's amazing. And I right away, luckily I was recording, so I got the recording, and then I got to write down every word I said word for word, and that's what happened,
Just like that.
just like that.
So that brings us into an interesting area of discussing how you work.
Mhm.
When you get your inspiration from, what's it like, when maybe when the inspiration hits you, you hear something and it inspires you, or something happens, both musically but also in terms of circumstances. Talk to us a little bit about your process, for
Well,
producing your music.
before production, I would say first of all, the music, the lyric came to me like that because of I would consider myself to be a conscious person and in tune with what's going on in life. And a lot of times I see that, it is so easy to do bad, but it is like the hardest to do good for a lot of people. It might not be everybody, but for a lot of people, it's so hard to stay on track and stay focused. So for me, I want it to be an inspiration, and that flowing just like that. This is what I have to experience every day when writing. Sometimes it might be for just with music, no music, sitting somewhere, going somewhere, doing something, and it inspires me to write. So it all depends on the experiences of what I go through at the moment.
So for folks who are not from Dominica, right? You're from
Mm-hmm.
Trafalgar.
Yes.
Trafalgar is this beautiful. They call it the Roseau Valley, but it's not
Yeah.
really the valley. It's like up the side of a volcano.
Right.
And the city of Roseau sits. If you think of a volcano with its palms like this, Roseau is sitting in the palm of that volcano, and
Mm-hmm.
Trafalgar is up the side. Really, really beautiful, with a lot of green, the waterfalls, a lot of water. Like rains there a lot. The elevation is pretty high, so it gets really chilly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, where am I going with that? I can see a lot of your inspiration, um, in that environment. It's quiet. I mean, you don't have to go far from your house to be in an isolated,
No,
secluded
you
place.
don't.
Yeah. So what's the transition like coming from that setting and then having to carve out space are you in Houston right now?
I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
So maybe it's quieter, but America is, at a different pace.
I would say
Um,
where I'm at, I'm kind of like away from the city, so it's not as bad as it might seem. Like I don't mean bad in a bad way, just like with the
mhm,
noise and all of the moving
mhm, mhm.
around. But as you can see from Trafalgar, it's a quiet, beautiful place. Like it's nature, it's paradise. It's somewhere you can come and chill and relax and refresh your mind and, manifest a little more. But the transition, I would say it wasn't as hard because I had people with supporting me and, just getting me through the process because sometimes you can miss home so much. It becomes where like I need to go back like tomorrow. But it's like I can't really do that. And then there's times when I have to like stay fully focused. But the transition was big for me. It was a culture shock at first. I had to get used to everything. But because of the place that I live, it's really gorgeous. It's beautiful. I see water. So it
Hmm.
just really grounds me back to remembering home. And the weather is actually beautiful here. It's like really nice during the summertime. And yeah,
In the winter it gets colder.
yeah, it does. You see, I'm not talking about that part. But yes, in the winter it gets really cold, but it's really refreshing, I would say. Um, I've gotten used to it after all this time.
You've gotten used to it. Actually, I
Yeah,
love winter. Um,
yeah, it's actually really beautiful when it snows.
I came to America. I actually came on my 20th birthday,
Mm,
a long time ago.
wow.
Um, And you talk about culture shock. So I came in January.
Yeah.
And so you had to get accustomed to the temperature, you had to get accustomed to the new life, you had to get accustomed to school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I understand that kind of a sense. At the time I was poor, I had to send return half of my ticket back home to get
Oh,
refunded. So I didn't have a
wow.
way to go back. So
Yeah.
I totally understand where you say, I want to go back tomorrow, but it's not physically possible. So tomorrow you wake up and
No,
you
when
and you
you
and you do what you have to do.
when you have to grow, there are times you have to feel a little bit uncomfortable about it, you know.
Hmm,
Um,
hmm.
Not everything has to be comfortable, because if you're in a comfort zone all the time, then you don't get used to the battle, you know,
Look at
out
you.
there. So it's like I can't be in a comfort zone all the time. I have to be a little bit cold and feel a little bit chilly at times, a little bit
Mhm.
hot where I might want the cool. But it's good. It's all good. I'm focused up here, focus all over. It's the whole focus. Everything is connected. So I'm just like really calm and going through the process.
That's what you say. If life is easy, you're probably going downhill, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Minnesota, from Trafalgar, from Dominica, um, I would say being at the top of the hill, winning the Q95 talent search,
Mhm.
um, and being a young artist working with, you mentioned Cornell and some of these guys who are well established, very talented. And one thing about Cornell is that he seems to thrive on helping young people,
Mhm.
um, to develop their talent and to come into their own. So it seems like you had quite a bit of mentors, and
Definitely.
we talk about your inspiration for your music, and then you're in a new land, but still being able to take that music with you.
Mhm.
So music is the center of your life, or is it like you have your main life and music is like on the side?
It's like it's just been like that all my life. I've been making money since I was Dominica doing music. It's like it's just my life. It's just my everyday life. I haven't really done anything else. I remember one time in my life I did hair, but it wasn't like that's what I always wanted to do. It was just something I did that I also loved doing.
Hmm.
But music always been a part of my life. It's always been my job. It's always been my joy, my happiness, everything. I've never said, okay, should I find something else to do? And there's another plan. No, it always been that one.
So you're a full-time artist.
Full time artist,
Well,
yes.
that's great.
Yeah,
That
thank
that is
you.
that is awesome. So let's take that opportunity because you say you have some other work. So let's take that opportunity to tell folks where they can find your work.
Well, you could go to samanthamoonmusic.com, or you could actually go to my Facebook or Instagram page, which is I Samantha Moon. But mostly, if you go to my website, what happens is you get all my other landing pages. So
Okay.
it will be so much easier. So it's
So
samanthamoonmusic.com. Mm,
Samantha Moon Music.com,
.com.
and they
Mhm.
can find all of your all of your work there.
All of my work. And the
Do
new
you put
music video,
uh-huh,
Divine Being, the lyric
uh-huh,
video, sorry, they could find it on Vivo. So it's
on
Samantha
Vivo?
Moon Divine Being, yes.
Okay. That was good. So so on SamanthaMoon.com they have SamanthaMoonMusic.com. It's on the screen,
Yes,
folks. You should
yes.
go check it out. Support our young and upcoming artists, especially the talented ones. I believe we should support our artists anyway, but at this time it's not necessarily totally charity because the music is good. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be doing good, supporting a young person, but really getting some dynamic music. I was playing your song for my last son is 23.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing music for him in the car, and he was really digging it.
Wow,
He's
that's
like,
cool.
he's like, he says like the Caribbean have so much talent. That's kind of like that's what he said.
Yes.
And That's my sense that the Caribbean has a lot of talent, but in particular Dominica. Um, Dominica has always produced dynamic musicians.
Definitely.
Um, from the time Cadas Lipso came through, and look at what Cadas Lipso was able to do, influence music all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Bouillon. Bouillon is also almost every soca you hear, even from Trinidad and all of these places.
There's a
There
bouillon
is
beat
that.
in there.
There's a
Yeah,
Bouillon influence in there.
I
Yeah,
hear it.
there's
I
a
hear it all the time.
yeah. So I'm going to take a quick break. We talked to from our sponsors. When we come back, I'm going to open the second part of our in conversation with the song. We're going to play the full song this time, and
Sure.
then I'm going to ask you about a little more specific vibe because that song is deep.
Thank you.
As you see,
Appreciate it.
mentioned consciousness.
Yes.
So we want to talk a little bit about your. I unfortunately haven't heard more of your work, um, but I'm definitely hooked. So I will um, go along that path and listen to more of them.
Thank
But it's
you.
fine. I'm discovering you at the same time with my audience, and so
Yep.
I want to go a little bit deeper into the type of music and how you come up with what songs to choose and those kind of things. So
Sure.
listeners, stay tuned. My guest tonight is Miss Samantha Moon. She is the singer who just released a nice hot hot, but it's not fast tempo. It's just hot because it's really um, her talent is on display. Her new single called Divine Being is released, and I encourage you to get it. We're going to play some of it when we come back after the break. And stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Presented by.
People say I've got a great smile. Well, I have to say, this is all thanks to the professional team at Beacon Dental Group right here in Dorchester, Massachusetts. I've got world-class dental care. Beacon Dental Group has expert and caring staff dedicated to providing the most advanced and satisfactory treatment in all aspects of oral health. Their services are designed to meet your needs and give you a perfect smile, too. General checkups, cosmetic surgery, Gemini laser service, and advanced procedures, all in a state-of-the-art facility. Call or visit Beacon Dental Group today, 1026 Blue Hill Avenue, Dorchester, Massachusetts, or call 617-282-2146 for a smile that lights the world.
If you live in Canada, the US, and the UK and are looking for Dominica products including cocoa sticks, bay rum, coffee, soaps, crafts, and other popular Dominica items, then look no further. You can now shop on BuyDominicaOnline.com, a secure, easy-to-navigate website selling a wide variety of Dominica-made and Dominica-inspired products. When you shop on BuyDominicaOnline.com, you are helping to grow Dominica's economy. Go to BuyDominicaOnline.com and enjoy home away from home.
Looking to promote your business, engage current customers, and reach new people? Well, look no further. From the basic presentation to a fully fledged advertisement, use your video ads to attract customers. At Man's Audiovisual Productions, we do just that. We produce videos for business and event promotions, product demo videos, animated explainer videos, fundraiser ads, and much, much more. Engage your clients and sell online. We customize the video to match your brand design. Guaranteed to play flawless on all devices, including smart TVs. Contact us at telephone number 203-690-4342 or 767-245-6238. Visit our website, mansaudiovisual.com, or email us at derekvideo@gmail.com.
Hey everyone, this is Shani Letha.
My name is Evelina Everglows Blanc,
And I'm going to be on the show Dissect.
You can catch me on Dissect. Yes, we are coming
On Saturday,
May 6th.
at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Don't forget, you can also catch us on
Island Therapy on YouTube, Facebook.
You can also
Check it out on tdntv.net.
see you there.
See you then.
Hairdresser, the proprietor of Everglows Beauty Salon.
Welcome back from the break, and thank you to our sponsors. The flyers that I send out, I get so much positive feedback on the flyers, and they are made by Man's Audio Visual. You see, really, I just send him some basic stuff, and he comes up with the design. You guys should use him to promote your business, promote your services, promote your art, because you will definitely get a good bang for your buck. Derek and those guys, super professional and great artists. Beacon Dental Health, if you're in the Boston area, I actually drive from New York to Boston to make sure I have them as my dentist. Of course, by dominiconline.com. Mother's Day is coming up, Easter is coming, Father's Day. It's an ideal place to get your gifts for your loved ones and stuff for your home. Your cocoa, your kako tea, or all of those things. You can get it from buydominicaonline.com. It's specifically designed to support the young entrepreneur from Dominica. And Noveless and his crew doing Dissect on a Saturday from 7 p.m. on tdntv.net, or you can find them on Island Therapy on Facebook. If you join them, you won't regret it, because they always have a super guest on, and Noveless and Jewel, they vibe really good, and so they make you have a really enjoyable time during the interview. But tonight, my guest tonight is Miss Samantha Moon. Just released her new single called Divine Being. And as I said, I want to play the song, especially the lyrical video that you have that really, highlights the lyrics, because despite the real sultry and soulful voice and the great music and the lyrics themselves hit deep. So let's listen to Divine Being by Miss Samantha Moon.
Believe in yourself, keep being strong. You know yourself, yeah. No one can tell you. Trust the process, yeah. Make communicating easy. Time to think smarter. Intelligence, yeah. I see all the stars light from afar. Light your golden sun, shine right where you are. You say follow the leader, don't follow the leader. Make your own history, find your own answer. Life is how you live it, it's how you see it, how you feel it, how you live it, how you breathe it, how you walk it, how to receive it, how you make it. Wake up, make up, get ready to win. You're here to win. The things that you think that you miss won't make you less of a king or a queen. Deep within, divine being. Release yourself, heal yourself, be yourself and nobody else. Life is not hell unless you make hell. Evolve in yourself is to love yourself. Believing in you and knowing what's true, just for you. Creating a light, you see the life, bright the moonlight. The sun will shine, the universe smiles. There's all beginnings and no ending. Life is how you live it, it's how you see it, how you feel it, how you live it, how you breathe it, how you walk it, how to receive it, how to make it. Wake up, make up, get ready to win. You're here to win. The things that you think that you miss won't make you less of a king or a queen. Deep within, divine being.
Wow. It's a song that you can rock to, you can groove to, but still
Definitely.
keep it, keep that peaceful vibe.
Yeah.
You have your own style. I hear a combination of several artists in there, but at the end of the day, you bring it together and bring it out as Samantha Moon.
Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate it. Yes,
yeah, yeah,
definitely.
definitely. Some good singers in there. So a song like that, what is the inspiration that you get? What's the vibes you're trying to transmit? How do you see your music?
Well, I can say that I am a messenger, and to be a messenger, all the time is not about trying to be loud or you can get your point across in different ways. I believe my gift is music, so if it is lyric writing, if it is freestyle and production, or playing an instrument to bring forth a message, then me as the messenger have to be able to um, give it to people without, like how you have to put everything in one whole basket of you have a full, let's just say you have a full basket of oranges that you have to bring to someone, and it's like you're trying to get everything in that basket, that one thing.
Mhm.
So I was trying to bring that to everyone, to the world, to know that because everyone is different, everyone have their own opinions, their own vibe. So the way I wanted to bring that song and the way it happened so naturally, I realized this is for the whole world, not just for me. And the way that it was packaged is like for everyone, it's well fit into that its own bracket and its own vibe. So I don't think if it was me, I don't think I would have so much. It's just the spiritual vibes going on, and like I say, a consciousness of just knowing that I am a messenger and I am meant to send good messages to people around the world. This is not just about me. And like I always say, it's not about the fame, it's not about anything, but I just want people to know the support. When they give me the support, it's to build and help others and to see things flourish and go forward and do something amazing in life, but it's mostly for the whole world to just attract goodness and know that they can manifest whatever good that they want in their life.
You're talking so much mystical stuff. Um, one of the audience is saying Samantha's voice is reminiscent of Sade. Would easily mistake it for Sade singing just listening without watching the video. Really, yeah, you have a strong Sade vibe, but I heard a little bit of
I
Jai
believe
Reel or Hill.
I believe what people are hearing is the neo soul and old school vibe, the remedy of our old school singers
Hmm.
and artists who really valued the power and the sound and the melody of music. And so I have learned from them that melody is very important as well as being yourself, because for every artist that I've known back then, they will always divine in their own way, having their own style. And, Luther Vandross and all these different artists.
Hmm. Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
never heard any one of them sounding the same. Um, Sorry to say, this is not for me to say, but still, I would make a little point on it as there's a lot of artists or they sounding the same. Um,
Right.
when I come to an interview, I don't really like talking about it, but I'm just saying an example of just honing your own unique style is very important
Carve your
because
space. Yeah.
yes, you'll always be you and you won't ever have to try to adjust or fit in into anything. So that's my vibe right there.
Yeah, because I mean, like everything else, things have different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, different. So there's a commercial part
Mm-hmm.
where, you know, if you sell in television, everybody make their own brand, but they all look the same. If you cover the
Right.
brand, you almost cannot tell which TV it is. And there's a
Right.
purpose for that.
But there's a
It
different, but the thing is, the difference between human beings and a TV is that we can brand it and sell it and everybody will want it fine. But when everybody starts looking the same and acting the same, what is the fun in that? With the
but
television, there's different channels, right?
that's the point I was making though. There are
Yes,
some
it's true.
artists
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
some artists who will they down the middle like that's what we will plug into,
Yes.
whether it's a Friday night club scene or whatever. And so there's a mainstream, if you want to call it that, that caters to that. And
Right?
then there are other folks who it's not that it's better, it's just different.
Mm-hmm.
And it caters to when that person go clubbing on a Friday and Saturday, on a Sunday morning they want to chill and they want to reconnect and calm themselves down
Definitely.
and
There's a
and
time
go
for
deep.
everything. Mm-hmm.
Exactly,
There's a time
exactly.
for everything. And I still, like I said, there's still music that I still love today that I can listen to. Um,
Right.
I just feel like as a messenger at times, there's things that we have to do that we might not feel too comfortable with because the way the world is moving right now, we actually need more of this. I would say a few people might be well, they don't recognize it, but we just need more of it right now. It's just a serious matter with everything going on, war. Just it's crazy. So that was just my gift to the world from me.
Right. So we can go there. We can go there a little bit if you want, because on this weekend interview,
Sure.
we go deep. We go
All
deep.
right. Sure, no
We
problem.
talk. With my audience is used to the concept of manifestation
That's cool.
and understanding yourself and being conscious and all of that. So, if we had to make like an analogy, it's like when reggae started. It started with Bob and Peter Tosh and Burning Spear, real conscious vibes. And then you had dancehall that came in to cater to the party part of it.
I still
But
love
you have,
it.
yeah, exactly. But you have some
I still
artists
love
like
it.
Nasio and those
Yes.
guys that stayed conscious. And
Yeah.
so one is not necessarily better or worse than the other. They balance
Mm-mm.
each other.
That's not the
And
case at all. It's just that
right,
it
right,
has a
right.
purpose for everything at a
Yes.
moment, at a time. And
And so
that's just,
your message in divine being comes across really, 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 really strong and really
mm-hmm.
clear.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the title divine. Um, you know, it already suggests a connection to whatever people believe in, whether it's God,
Yeah.
whether it's a divine being, or whatever. People that title is there, and then you're able to bring it together. I want you to talk about because you wrote the song, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that message that you convey in the song, if you had to put it in a few words, what would it be?
It's just an upliftment of the mind, what you consider to be the mind. I mean, some people we do this and we're like, it's the mind, right? Yeah, we're still thinking, yeah, but I believe the mind is the whole body. Just like if your stomach is not feeling like it's agreeing with you, that's definitely a part of your mind telling you that something's wrong here because it's
Hmm.
what
Hmm.
that's how the body works. But
Right.
I just wanted to make sure people knew that you could manifest, you could reach for greatness, and you also have to believe in yourself. You don't have to believe in negative to push it and thrive on it and go and make that be your wave. No, it doesn't have to be that way. We can change our thought process, because so many people are depressed in the world and have anxiety and frustration, and sometimes we just need a little word of advice to calm down. So that's what I'm hoping that it can help. Not hoping, I know it's gonna help a lot of people.
Oh,
And
definitely. Yeah.
also, I've seen people who just come up to me and tell me so far that they love this song and it's inspired them and it really speaks their life. So it's just a one ball of beauty right there.
Yeah, it's very well packaged. Um, it's wholesome, but also very, very distinct. And I think
Right.
anybody who listens to it can find something in there that they can identify with.
Yes.
So, is that generally a body of work, or do you deviate from that sometimes?
Sometimes, well, I'm a versatile artist.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm from Dominica, so you know, 767. So yeah, so but
Represent, right?
I'm from Dominica, so it's like, growing up Dominica, if you know, like I know, we listen to a lot of different type of genres of music. So I go versatile.
Mm.
I also do reggae. Um, and I do obviously like this is the fusion of the Afrobeat and the soul, so I do this as well. And I
Right.
love dancehall music, but yeah, so there's a lot of fusion of things that I love when it comes to the genre of music.
And let me see, repeat once again. I'm really looking forward to see what the Booyah Soul going
Don't
to
say
be
that so much.
like.
Silence. Just
Hmm?
let's leave that there. It will come soon, man.
I am really, really. I think it's such. I mean, I heard you say it, and my mind went into.
Full
It's
throttle
like how
mode.
you have Afrobeat with soul,
Yeah.
Booyah with soul,
Yes.
and it take me to where when we had Calypso in the 70s, and the guys had to go to Guadeloupe to make a living, and so they mix it with compa and what's the other one, and they end up with zouk, you
Oh,
know, right, still right in there,
yes.
and then it went to Africa and became soukous, um,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
when it hit Angola and the Portuguese island, it became kuduro. So
Hmm.
so all of that is, and of course closer home, soca. Soca
Yes.
music is a fusion of Kadas and Calypso. That is why it's called soca, the SO in Calypso and the CA in Kadas.
Wow.
Um,
Which is cool.
I have some Trini friends that get upset when I say that. I don't miss a chance to say
Why?
that. But
That's
soca
funny.
actually started in Dominica. Um, this guy Lord Shorty spent some time in Dominica in Point Michel, and he heard the vibe of the Kadas, and he was practicing with the guys in their band house, and they came up with the first soca. I don't know if you ever heard it. Lord Shorty singing "Udima Upiti Shorty, Udima Upiti Umati." That was the first soca. When he went back to Trinidad, he sent back for the music, the bass line and everything was created in Dominica and sent to Trinidad.
Wow.
Of course, Trinidad take it and brought it to a different level. So we cannot
Mm-hmm.
claim soca, but soca is actually born in Dominica.
Wow, this is
Um,
nice to know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a guy named Chris Serafin, and those guys who created it. And so, the little island of Dominica have this huge influence musically on a
So
real
wonderful.
international level. And so when I see the influence of Bouillon on all of these calypso and soca songs in the Caribbean, and then I hear you talking about taking it into, blending it with soul,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's starting all over again. And so I really really wish, um, there's long life and lots of energy and lots of inspiration
I
for
think
people
you
like
really want to push
Shakespeare.
that Booyah soca. You're saying
You
that
have
in a
you have
strong way.
your soul. You have no idea.
Sorry, I meant to say Booyah soul. And we didn't even talk
All
about
right.
my perfume.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the other
We'll get
merchandise
to
that you
that.
have. No, no, we can go there now, actually,
Okay, cool.
because we're approaching the end of the hour. Tell
Yes.
us about your other lines, your products, and so
So
on.
my product is called Charge Latte by Samantha Moon. It's made of
Uh-huh.
patchouli
Mm-hmm.
and citruses and sandalwood and all the natural things you can think of. It's pretty organic, oil based.
Smells like Trafalgar,
Oh yeah, I had to put a little touch of that, right?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's so Charge Latte. So this is an eau de perfume. It's unisex. Both can use it. Both male and female can use it, and it's just an amazing scent to have. Mm.
Yeah.
It's
That
really
vibe,
good.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very vibrant, but I would say subtle smell, but it
Mhm.
stays on you for hours and hours and hours. And
So
unless you
so where
don't
can
decide
people
to,
get it? Where can they find it?
They can find it at that's in the capital D, moonshop.com.
The Moon Shop.
.com.
So, what is the name of the perfume again?
Charge latte.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I mean, if you're Dominican, you know what that means. But for those of you who are not Dominicans in the audience, changer latte means changing the world. Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Yes.
Changing the world. And the moon is also a Creole word for tell people.
Yes.
But it's
Wow.
also the, and for Samantha Moon,
Mm-hmm.
themoonshop.com. And I know you guys have a clothing line as well.
Yes, we do have a clothing line, and I'm also influencer for the Cool Wash brand from Calvin
Hmm.
George. So yes, we have a clothing line.
Cool wash.
Yes,
Again, if
Cool
you're
Wash,
Dominican, you understand cool wash.
Cool
But
Wash,
but
and
if
then
you're
we have
not,
my clothing line as well.
let's talk about all of the merch. Come on, don't be shy.
Sure, we can talk about so Cool Wash. I really love that brand so much, right? When
Hmm.
but the first thing I always think of is Cool Wash. You know how we just say Cool Wash, Dominica, like
Yeah,
you
yeah. Dominic, you take a stone in the
the
fire
five,
after somebody was
right?
pestering.
But I also know that a lot of people here in the US they take it for the name as Cool Wash, as in cool washing of the
Yeah,
clothes.
a wash
It
of
makes
jeans.
you
Yeah.
feel
Hmm.
good, or so
Hmm.
it all depends. I would assume, but for me, the clothing, the material is it's very good quality material, and I love wearing it because I think that the clothing that we wear should also complement our skin. Seeing that so many different types of clothing material can also change the way our skin should be feeling in real life. So I would say
Right.
clothing has like the way our body has 100% of like full life electricity, how we are electrical beings. That's the same way I would say the clothing makes me feel because it's all made of cotton and natural products.
Natural
So
fibers.
yes.
Great. Where can they find cool wash?
Well, Cool Wash is now being launched. So what we've been doing is a show and tell so that
Hmm.
people can see what it looks like. Soon we will be giving fans a chance to win a couple of these designs as well so they can try it out clothing. So we have that coming up soon where you can try to win yourself some clothing.
So folks can just go on your website, on your Facebook page, samanthamoonmusic.com, and ask you any question. You can give them
Oh
details about the
sure,
cool wash
anytime. I
line.
I
Yeah.
respond to all my messages.
What is your line of clothing? You say you had your own line of clothing. What's the name?
It's just Samantha Moon. The logo is what
Samantha
I
Moon.
representing. So as
Okay.
you can see, this is the same logo which is on here.
That's as on the perfume.
Yes.
As on the
So
perfume.
yes. So that's the
Changer
Samantha
latte
Moon logo.
perfume.
Yes.
I need to
Charlotte.
try that. I need to get my vibe going.
Yeah, there's all kind of cool stuff in there. It's like really good.
Yeah. I already called patchouli, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I don't know how many
We
people
just say
I use.
partially. We don't say
Uh,
patchouli. Like here we say patchouli, but it's like partially.
patchouli.
Partially,
And the,
like
yeah, and then you have sandalwood and
sandalwood, yeah, and all of that good stuff.
all of
Vanilla,
that in there. But
coconut.
that's great. Do
hmm
you perform?
All the time.
So but you have to be in Minnesota to catch you, or do I need to bring you to New York? What's going on with that?
Well, New York is a good idea. Dominica is a good idea. I
Hmm.
think the places I don't touch the most is would have to be the Caribbean, but I perform a lot of places here in the U.S. and in the Midwest and stuff like that. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then Minneapolis in the cities and around Minnesota.
So again, folks, you just have to find her, samanthamoonmusic.com. What's your Facebook page?
It's at I Samantha Moon.
I Samantha Moon. Okay.
Yeah.
On Facebook. Just go on there, um, follow her, and get the good vibe, get the music, get her perfume, her clothing line, and all of the cool messages that she had.
Yeah,
She might
sure.
who knows, she might be posting stuff that she's working on. Um, because I saw some of your posts on Facebook where just vibing
Yeah,
and
sure.
singing the song, and you look like you're having such a good time.
I do. I always have a good time. I don't think nobody can make me have a better time than myself. I always say that that's the time when I'm my happiest, just being me and enjoying life and doing what I do.
And
I
vibing
do.
in your music.
Yeah, I do get to the businesswoman mode and get that serious vibe, but
Hmm.
otherwise, I'm not when I'm not working and I'm doing my music, chilling and performing. Like I have this show coming up soon in Wisconsin, in Stockholm, Wisconsin. It's
Hmm.
gonna be at the Humble Moon. These beautiful people reached out to me and they were like, "Well, I gotta get you before you get too huge." I was like, "There's nothing about that. Just like please just as long as it's good energy, I'm always up for it. Let's do it." And it's a really cozy, nice place. So I can't wait to perform there. It's on May 13th. So that's
Was
gonna
it
be
something
exciting.
moon? You said they name it after you. Was it
Yes, the humble moon.
a humble moon?
She was the whole thing was just in alignment and she was like she would really love to have us here. So I'm gonna be doing a trio down in Wisconsin,
It'd be
Stockholm.
great. Tell us a little bit of the live.
I'm
Tanya
definitely
Green
I'm
said,
definitely going live.
okay, great. We'll show that. Tanya Green says, congratulations to you, Samantha,
Thank you
on
so
your
much, Tanya
successes
Green.
this far. What are some of the challenges you face as a woman of color coming from a small Caribbean island trying to penetrate the music market in the US? You said
Yeah.
I didn't ask you no serious question. We're just hanging out like.
Tanya Green. Obviously, Tanya Green would come ask me this question. Who else? But
But it's a
it's
good
a good,
question.
it's a
Thank you for
very
that,
good
Tanya.
question. Um, I do get asked that question, but the first thing I have to say is that, being in Dominica, even I would have to explain first. It's like I don't really understand the full thing of racism, the full fledge of what it feels like. I would say classism, and then after that, when you come up to as I've been here in the U.S., sorry, um, what I noticed is that I had to experience a little of it. But I would say because I didn't understand it fully in Dominica, it didn't really affect me all the way. But understanding it made me want to fight as a Black woman of color because I was like, well, if it's happening to you, it can happen to anybody. So at the same time, how I try to just minimize, not really minimize it, is in trying to dumb down what the real fact is. It's just that the way I feel about everything is not pay attention to it too much and try to stay focused. And, because of that, I can say that because of the manifestation again, everything seems to be moving real nice and smoothly. And I would have to give God thanks for that because I seen it and I caught it before I could get too deep into trying to understand before something I cannot, control before, So right now in this moment, I would say I'm not really experiencing it, but I've seen so many people. I have so much friends here now that's experiencing it, and the way that they explain it to me, coming in a point of, empathy and understanding how they feel, I can see right away, even me, whether or not I just experience classism and not just racism in such a huge impact like how the African Americans here go through it. It's crazy. Um, I just have to thank God I didn't have too much exposure to it, but it is a terrible thing to feel, and I've felt it many times where I've gone to the store or just walk into a place and they don't know who I am. At the moment I pick up a mic, their attitude changed towards me. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things I've seen, but I just avoid it. So to Tanya Green, I've tried my best to avoid this, but I've also been paying attention to the matter and knowing that people go through it every day, and I've also experienced it on the cruise ship when I was working on the cruise ship because we have new guests every year on the Carnival cruise line every month, every whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The whole crowd changes, and then when you have to deal with so many different people, not everybody likes you, not everybody like your vibe. Some people, because of your color, they'll be like, "Oh well, she's not into my category of what they would like to look at as, you know, let's just leave it there. Let's just say I'm just going, the whole process of just me going through that is just going to avoid it and stay away from people. Manifest the best thing you want. It doesn't matter how racist a person is to you. You manifest what you want and you do what you have to do. Nobody can stop you, no matter what they try, what they do, what they think of you. you're gonna always do what you have to do regardless. That's just what it is.
You just work your way through
Yes, I kind of chat that down there too much.
it.
I was trying to explain to her, I don't
Yeah,
really
no,
experience
that's
it
fine
as
because
much.
your experience
Yeah,
is going to inspire somebody else
yeah. But I know
to
what
maybe
it is.
going through it. Yeah, but
Sure,
certainly, Tanya, thank you for that question. Tanya is on here regularly every Wednesday,
sure.
one of my regulars. Great artist. I have followed her for several years. Her husband, as her manager, is doing a great job. Somebody's putting you out there.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice. Thank you.
that you managed. You have a
Yes,
team.
yes, I do. And I want to thank my team, Stafford Music Group LLC. I also want to thank my marketing team and everybody who's just behind me 100%. I appreciate you all. Family and friends who share my stuff. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We always have to stop and be grateful for the folks
Mm-hmm.
who make it happen because, as one person, you can only go so far, so fast.
Yes.
Is there anything additional that I haven't asked you? Because we're pretty much at the end of our hour.
Well,
But,
I would just like to tell people to share the music. Share the music. Go to my page, subscribe, follow me. Sharing the music helps a lot because me as an artist, I work so hard just to put out this music and for the world. This is not just for me. So I would just like everyone to share and continue helping, helping to push everything. Thank you so much.
Tanya says, thanks for your humility and transparency. Best wishes on your
Thank
continued
you.
journey.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
there's a lot of folks on there that admire what you do. I am one of your fans.
Thank you.
Um, and so I encourage everybody to go on and get familiar with Samantha while she is still accessible, because when she becomes huge, we may not. I was
Nah.
just repeating what the lady said. Alhamdulillah.
Funny, you funny.
But no, we wish you that kind of youth success.
I
Not
thank you so much.
necessarily that, but we wish
Yeah.
you that kind of youth
No,
success
I
for
thank you
sure.
because I believe Dominica is in tune with me. Um, because when I won QTS, I could see the people who vote for me and picked up their phone and really send a text in to say that that was their winner. So I want to
Mhm.
thank Dominica because this was just like another journey for me, and I'm gonna continue pushing myself and the business and my team and what we have going on. And definitely the name of my island, Dominica 767, because that's where I was born. And I just know that we are a beautiful, beautiful country and everybody needs to visit and come and see what we have going on. And every time I'm out there, if you really look me up on Google, you will see on a lot of the blogs, I always say I'm from Dominica and that's where I represent. And I want to big up Minnesota for holding me down because it's like a home away from home. So I always say I was like, almost like I felt like I was 2 years old again when I came here because I had to start everything over again, a new fan base, everything. So I want to thank Minnesota as well.
Great. And it was awesome. The hour just flew by. Thank God for
Really? We don't
Tanya
have
to ask.
another hour? Just kidding.
Thank God for Tanya to ask one serious question because we were
Sure,
just hanging out.
Tanya. Sure. I
We
was
were
trying
just,
to explain it as best as I could to you because it's,
we
it's an
appreciate it. Yeah.
experience.
I was just saying, me and you were just hanging out, and Tanya's like,
Sure.
come
I
and
had
drive, but
so
it's
much
supposed to
fun.
be an interview. Let's
I
get the
had fun.
questions.
I had so much fun. Thank you
So
for
it was
having
really
me.
great, and thanks for sharing your talent.
Yeah, I
And
appreciate it.
continue to do that. The message that you share is necessary and relevant
Yes.
and critical. Um, you know, Helping people to identify themselves as individuals, because when we act as a mass, sometimes we go in the wrong direction.
Yes.
Um, and so helping people to break out and be individuals
Hmm.
is really what's required right now. So we appreciate you.
Oh,
Um,
and thank you for how much views do we have now? I believe I think almost 50 something thousand views. But I just want to say thank you so much for everyone viewing in the last 11 days and making this possible. Appreciate y'all.
that's awesome. That's great. Yeah,
Yes.
because like I said, I went on a couple of times and I see you doing your stuff, and
Sure.
your fans are there and your interaction. And before I let you go, I'm going to say one more time, I'm really looking forward to the bouillon sauce.
I know. We're gonna do it. We'll do it. The time will come.
Right, listening.
Yes.
Ball is in your court.
Sure.
Talk about putting him on the spot.
Yeah.
But Samantha, thank you so much. All the best. Listeners, go check her out. SamanthaMoonMusic.com. I Samantha Moon on Facebook.
Yes.
If you are in the Minnesota area, shouting out Jeff Bellot, he's in Wisconsin.
Oh,
Go check her
really?
out. Yeah.
Nice.
Go check her out at Humble Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Stockholm.
yeah, if Jeff is, I'll send him a text if in case he's not listening.
Okay.
Um, if he's within decent reach of where you'll be, I'm sure he will patronize. Um, Jeff Bellot, shout out. But Samantha, thank you so much, and
Thank
Calvin,
you.
thanks for setting this up. I wish you all the best. Your music, your Change Latte
Yeah.
perfume,
My perfume.
your clothing line, and the Cool Wash clothing line as well. We would love to have you back um, anytime, anytime.
Thank you.
We,
I
you know,
appreciate it.
let's vibe again. And I really enjoyed this conversation. Have a good
Me
night.
too. Let's do another one next time. Have a
Soon,
good
right?
night
Soon.
soon. Thank you so much for having me.
All
Good
right.
night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Well, folks, hours flew by. I don't know about you, the hours flew by. I really liked this conversation. Love this conversation. Young people with a lot of energy, a lot of vibe, and such a talent. Um, Her voice is smooth, sultry, and she does soul. So let's see where this takes her, and she's taking us along. Her music is so clear. Her message is strong. So this was Samantha Moon. Maybe Sam can play just a little bit more of her music to take us out. But folks, will be on next week. Next week we might have a little special format. We're trying to arrange something with Dr. Simone Matthew, where I will be a guest, and myself and Sam will be guests on this weekend interview. Simone will be asking the questions. Let's see how we do on the other side of the mic. Well, that's what we have on tap for next week. In the meantime, folks, enjoy the great weather. And if your weather is not so great, stay safe. If you sell, there are a few people who are doing graduations. I think congratulations, congratulations on your graduation. There are a couple of people, Father Mike Trini Passy, Donica Passy Myrtle as well. Um, just on your accomplishments, I wish you you know good vibe and congratulations and continued success. Folks, my guest tonight on this weekend interview was Miss Samantha Moon. Single that she just released is called Divine Being. And this has been this week in interview. I feel like there was something I wanted to mention that I'm not mentioning, but it's not coming to mind right now. So I'm just going to say good night. Enjoy the rest of the week. Have a great weekend. And we'll be doing this again next week, Wednesday, on this week in interview. Thank you for my producer and staff who make this possible. Good night, everyone.